I'm looking forward to a new interesting Pixelbook. That would be fun.
The Pixelbook Go was very, very good and very quite affordable. Very cheap, very fun.
What was the really expensive one? Was that just the
Chromebook Pixel?
The Chromebook Pixel. That's what I'm thinking.
The first one?
Yeah, from back in the day.
It looked so cool.
It looked like
It was fire. I love the way
it looked. It was
it
like a MacBook,
looked.
but it was like more squared off.
And it had the RGB lights on it, on the lid.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of fire. That's why I want to see another good metal
I love
Google
that
laptop.
one.
Some interesting Google news. Alleged Google news, anyway. Google confirms it's combining ChromeOS and Android into a singular platform.
Yes.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that looks like because I know what Android is.
Yeah.
And I know what ChromeOS is. And so what device should we want to see both combined into one on, and why would that be a good thing?
Well, glad you asked, Marques.
Yeah.
I think in Google's perspective, phones and laptops just sort of need to be one thing. And you can see them doing that, right? In the Android 16, they're making it so you can plug in your phone to a display. You can basically use Chrome, like Chrome OS.
And on Chromebooks, you've been able to run Android apps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that makes sense for them because Apple has this like very diverse ecosystem of devices. They all kind of like mesh well together and they do that. But Google never wanted to make a Mac competitor OS, even though I wish they would because it would be great. It would be great, but they don't want to do that. So I think in their perspective, it makes more sense to just like make a phone that can be a computer and make a computer that can be a phone. They have said for many years that they're like sharing elements of the kernels with each other to make it so they're more compatible. And over the last couple of years, we see Google pushing updates to Chrome OS to kind of like let your messages sync more freely from your phone and let this happen more freely from your phone.
Sounds great.
It sounds great, but at the end of the day, Chrome OS is still Chrome OS, right? That's like always the thing. It's like the big asterisk that's like, okay, and yeah, I can run Android apps on this, but it's still not really as powerful as like a laptop. But now that phones are becoming laptop powered in a lot of different ways, I think it makes more sense to just combine them. So I don't know if they're going to like rename this or if they're just going to still say it's Chrome OS, but it's like running Android. Effectively what happened is that Samir Samat, who is a big guy at Google, he confirmed to Tech Radar in an interview that they're going to be combining these platforms because he asked the interviewer, hey, so why are you using an iPhone and a MacBook and AirPods? Like what is it about those things that you like better that you can't do on our stuff? And he's like, oh, well, I like the ecosystem. I like that they like work well together. I like it. And he goes, yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. That's why we're like merging our platforms and we're turning them to... He just like dropped it casually in this interview.
Okay. Sick.
Yeah. So I don't know when this is going to happen. Obviously, it could be a multi-year thing that they've been planning for a very long time. I think everyone kind of anticipated this, but on top of this, there's this big rumor that Google is currently working on a new Pixelbook. There's like a team of people at Google that has been confirmed are working on a new Pixelbook. Okay. So it would be very cool if this Pixelbook came out and they were like, Chrome OS is dead. Android is just now everything, which I think would make sense for Google. Whoa! Never heard of that before.
Wild.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So it'd be cool if it was just like Android laptop and Chrome OS is just gone.
I'm looking forward to a new interesting Pixelbook. That would be fun.
The Pixelbook Go was very, very good and very quite affordable. Very cheap, very fun.
What was the really expensive one? Was that just the
Chromebook Pixel?
The Chromebook Pixel. That's what I'm thinking.
The first one?
Yeah, from back in the day.
It looked so cool.
It looked like
it was fire. I love the way it looked.
MacBook, but it was like more squared off.
And it had the RGB lights on it, on the lid.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of fire. That's why I want to see another good metal
I
Google
loved that
laptop.
one.
The two-tone. That's what I was
the second generation Pixelbook that was like insanely thin and had the two-tone. That was awesome. I used that for years. And like the benefit of Chrome OS was that it just keeps getting updated constantly. So it's like, it's kind of limited by the processor, but it never really felt limited. So,
well, the benefit of changing Chrome OS to Android OS or whatever we call it is a bunch of children in schools learning how to use Android before they buy their iPhone and then maybe buy an Android instead.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if they made it like pair even better with your phone, like it just naturally had all of your files or something like that, if there was some sort of like local file sync, that would be pretty amazing.
isn't that kind of already what ChromeOS does? Like if you log in with your like Gmail account at school, it'll just have all your Google Drive files. And
Yeah, I
everything,
mean,
you
as
know?
long
Drive
as you
files, yeah.
have literally everything in Google Cloud services,
Which is
what they want.
Yeah. If you're a Google guy,
Yeah.
big Google guy.
Big Google guy.
Google
over
guy
here.
over here.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the Chrome OS part coming to Android, less so that
Yeah.
Right.
What
Chrome OS is
specifically
becoming Android.
about Chrome OS do you want
the
to
whole
come to
plug in
Android?
your phone to a monitor and then have a computer. Like that's the part that I'm super hyped on.
I'm
I
happy
never would've
for
guessed.
you, Adam. Like, I'm happy for you, and I'm happy for all those Dex fans and Android on display fans out there. I'm just like wondering who has a display that is just sitting around where they're like, perfect, time to plug in my phone to a display.
It's I think a lot of people do. Like
Really?
a lot of people go to work and just have like their monitors at work, you know, and then you go home and even if you don't have like a home computer type of
Yeah.
situation set up, most people have phones. So to not have to buy a whole new computer just for home and just to have your displays and you go from place to place. I mean, this has been the dream for years that
Yeah.
everyone has been trying forever, but
One
I
computer,
think
yeah.
this is finally potentially maybe could happen.
I feel like it's like the dream of a modular phone. Like this dream of one computer for everything also gets resurrected and dies every couple of years.
With so many people working remote now and with how easy the majority, I'm not saying the job is easy, but how easy the compute is on a lot of jobs. Like if you're selling insurance or like there's so many things where you're just on emails and pretty basic like web apps that any phone we have right now could run it no problem. And it'd be super easy.
Any phone.
Almost any phone.
Yeah. I mean, it would be great if, you know, you could take your Pixel Fold and just be like small screen, big screen.
Yeah.
And I think right now what's a little weird is that like to have a consistent experience, you have to kind of plug into a monitor, but like there's wireless decks. And if they can get that better, and when Google eventually does this, like if it can work wirelessly, you just
Yeah.
don't even take your phone out of your pocket. Like that's the dream.
That would be the dream. So
That's my dream at least.
Maybe you
Yeah.
could, sorry.
no, you're good. I was just gonna say it's interesting to say. I'm wondering how when Google sort of announces this more, and if we're gonna see stuff at the Pixel event potentially that's theoretically happening in August.
This is the Clips outro. Subscribe.
What Google phone?
Nice.
Oh.